Hey guys, my name is Sam here, and today we'll be doing another video on Slime Isekai Memory. This is actually a weird background for a Slime Isekai Memory video, but you know, whatever. We'll be looking at the top 5 Protector values I would want in the come to game. I'll be only looking at Season 1 and 2 of Slime Reincarnated, because I did not read the manga or light novel. And I will also be technically including a Slime Diary thing if I actually had it. I don't remember if I put any or not. But I will say I did watch Slime Diaries, which is a very cool spin-off. Anyway, let's get started on the next one, which is honorable mention Cherubius. And you were thinking, isn't he already in the game? He is. I do want him, but I do not want him as another protector. I want him as actually a battle unit, and that's where I will be talking about protectors and battle unit, which one I would want them to be in. I want him as a battle unit because we really have a protector, of course. I think the only reason why I really want to cheer up his battle unit is just to see how funny it'll look to see him in the game, or him like covering up the whole screen. I think that would be very cool and funny. I also think his moveset would be very cool, honestly. Like, what would he even do? Would he just sell shells all the whole game or something like that? I don't know. I think it would be very cool to have him in the game as a battle unit. Next up, it is Soca. And why would you think? And you're probably thinking, why would I have Soca as a character? I think she'd be honestly good as a battle unit or protector, but if I had to choose protector, actually, because we really need a new water lead, because I really don't like White Watermelon protector, because I feel like she's kind of underwhelming in terms of she doesn't do anything besides guard up and her other thing, which they're both kind of useless in my opinion, but she's decent. But I think Soca would be excellent at protector for like Soe, who I think is a very underrated unit, and he's a water type, so I would love her to be a water protector. And they both are like seen with each other a lot, which I think they're a very cool like duo. I would honestly put Soca as a one just because Soe is a water unit, but you don't have to. I think she would be better as a protector, of course. Next up is honorable mention Kamehameha Valdora, and you're probably wondering why is Valdora not in your top 5 and as an honorable mention. And of course, if this was before Slime Memories came out, he would be number 1. Just because I love Kamehameha Valdora. Valdora is one of my top characters in the show. But my problem with this is, like, he's already technically came out, but, like, without the Kamehameha, which kind of sucks. But, of course, I think they eventually will give a Kamehameha Valdora, but if they don't, miss opportunity. But I also think they might not be able to, which Kamehameha Valdora is. I would definitely have him as a battle unit, because Kamehameha is very cool. I also think I don't really see how a Kamehameha is a protector move, but they could do that, which would be very weird. But honestly, the only reason why he's not in top 5 is because he's right in the game. I also want to talk about some other units which I think are very cool. And honorable mention Valdora. Let's look at number 5, which is Guy Crimson, and I want him as a battle unit. Protector role, I feel like he doesn't really protect. I feel like he's a demon lord and not a name, but as a person too. I feel like he would kill people just to kill him. As number 5 is, I love him as a character. I would love him to come in the game. I would love him as a battle unit. But if they put him as a protector, I would not be mad. I think they would probably put him, if they had to put him in first, I would honestly think they would put him as a protector, just because he hasn't really done much in terms of fighting yet. He'll be probably fighting in like the in the anime, but I'm not even sure yet what he will be his role yet, because I haven't read the manga first. Anyway, but I think he will be a very cool inclusion to the game as a protector or battle. I think his design is cool, and I think he's probably gonna do something OP. Next up is Tao Rimro, also known as Raphael. I honestly think Raphael's a very she's not really like a overwhelming like presence, but she does a lot of stuff that makes her very cool, like give advice. That's why I think she fits the overall protector role much better than a battle unit, just because we don't see her battle at all, so I don't see how they can put her. This is like, and I think even as like the great sage or anything, I don't think she will ever be put as like, in the game. The only way she will ever be put in the game is as Raphael, Tao Rimro. And I think she fits the protector role really well. I think she's a very cool inclusion in the show, and I hope she gets to add at some point. Next up is Gopata as a Shadow Rider. I don't really remember what they called him, but it was like the Wolf Rider or something like that. Like the one that fought against the Finger Yamakaze. And I think this Gopata is very cool because he actually stands up to him pretty well, even though he's not even like a top fighter. He's like a very strong fighter, of course, that is very underrated in the battlefield, but I don't think he's the strongest, and yet he was able to take his hits pretty well. I think that just shows the gap between Clayman and Rimro is that his subordinates are much more stronger. And I just love that about it, this like fight scene. That's why I really want this Gopata, because I also think Gopata himself is a very underrated character. I think he's meant to be like the weakest fighter, yet he's very strong, which is kind of like shows the gap between most Demon Lords and governments in general. That's why I love Gopata. I hope he goes in the game. I also love his drip in this episode, so I would hope he gets in the game. And next up, it is Elbius, the waifu snake. I really like snakes. I think snakes is very cool. I also really like Elbius' design because reasons. But like, I really think she's actually a cool character. She has a cool transformation. Her skill set's very cool, and she has a very smooth voice. And just say her voice is very smooth, and I really enjoy the voice. But I also really like her design. I really like Elbius as a character. After all, she is a leader as a beastkeeper. I also think I don't really like most of the beastkeepers. I think the lion girl is kind of annoying, and the other guy is just petty, which makes it. But Elbius is kind of like the calm leader, which makes her very cool. I also think her normal form can be also a 5-star. I think she'll be probably a 4-star, but this form should definitely be a 5-star. I think this could work as both a. I think she should be a Valiant that stuns. Oh yeah. Gopata, I don't really know his skill sets. I think he'll probably be a Valiant. To be honest with Gopata, I don't really care for his set type of unit. I think he'll be any though. But Elbius, I think she should be a Valiant because she battles first of all, which is more than some characters can say, and I feel like she fits the stunner role, and I think the stunner role doesn't really fit for Protector unless they're going to give it 100% stun rate. And I think that's gonna make she's gonna be bad as a Valiant stunner because I think stun works as skill sets better than a Protector skill because you can't really control how fast you can get it. I mean, you can hold it and use it later, but I think that's kind of you want to usually use Protector skills right away, in my opinion, from what I played. So I think she works better as a Valiant if she's a stunner. And I really just enjoy her character. Let's go to the next one, which is number 1, Demon Lord Rimro. And you're probably wondering why is he number 1, but Valdora cannot be in here. I mean, he can be in here, I just chose not to. And because I actually want this Demon Lord Rimro to be a Protector. And you're wondering, Demon Lord Rimro as a Protector? And hear me out. I want a Demon Lord Rimro Protector that has a skill set where he summons Valdora to the battlefield. Even though he won't be actually a Valiant. He just summons him and then the skill works and you get your abilities. I think that'd be very cool just to have him as an animation. Just Rimro summons. Like, I don't think that happened in the anime where he summoned him, but I feel like in the show, like in this fight, he should summon him because I think that would be a very cool idea. Is Demon Lord Rimro just summoning Valdora and you get like 100% crit rate? Like, dude, that'd be so insane. Like, he would be the best unit in the game if he just get 100% crit rate. But I think he probably still get something a really hard, heavy buffer. I think he'll be a strong buffer because Demon Lord Rimro, I honestly don't really like his Valiant that much. I think it's a very good one, but I don't think it's the best. But I feel like this Protector unit could be a good redemption in terms that not only do you have Human Valdora against someone, you have Demon Lord Rimro. I think this would be a cool concept for an epic character, a Protector unit that summons Valdora. Rimro that summons Valdora will be a very hype character. I feel like Protectors are never really hype. Like, I think Shion is cool, but I don't think she's hype. I think Valentine is way cooler. Shion, I think she was I think she was overshadowed by Diablo, who is such a cool character, but like that Shion is very cool. But I feel like Protectors are usually just not hype in comparison to the Valiants. But I feel like this is the one time the Protectors would be so much hyper than whatever the Valiant is. A Demon Lord Protector. Demon Lord Rimro Protector would be so hype, and that's why I really want this character. I also let's recap. Number 1, Demon Lord Protector that summons Valdora. Do I need to say more? I think that's number 1, obviously. Number 2 is Elbius. I think she's a very cool, underrated character, but I also think I really like her form and stuff. I also like every stuff about her, you know. or voice stuff, I guess. Gopata, I think Gopata is very underrated as a character. And Gopata, I think Gopata is very cool. I think he's a very funny comic relief. I think he's really enjoyable as a character, and I hope to see him in the game like this form. I think this form is probably his best chance at the very moment to be a 5-star. Raphael, I think Raphael is very underrated for her screen time, but I think she's a cool character. Guy Crimson. Guy Crimson has one of the coolest strips. Valdora, a honestly number 1 unit that is not going to be a number 1. Soca, very cute character. I think she's enjoyable. And Cherubis. Cherubis is a very funny idea. Just make him big. It'd be very funny. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I hope you guys enjoyed my top 5 slime isekai memories. Top 5 protector battalions I would want to come in this game. Hope you guys enjoy as I walk out this door with my mouse. Hope you guys enjoy. See you later. Bye.